Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So you all know that we are doing chapter 6 factors and multiples, right? So in our previous class we have completed self practice 60. I hope you have watched that video properly and you have completed your work. So in our today's class, first of all we are going to deal with the divisibility rule. Then we will proceed to solve self practice 6E. Okay, so the concept to solve self practice 6E lies over here. Okay, so first of all let's discuss about the divisibility rule. So first and foremost is when you have the number 2 as a divisor. So when 2 is about to divide any number, then what happens is, so let me choose the pen first of all. If 2 is dividing any number, so what does it looks? What we have to look when we have to divide with 2? So the last digit of any given number. Alright, so any given number of the last digit, that is unit digit. Over here it is written in the red with the red pen, that number 8 is given, right? So the last digit over here is 8. So 8 is an even number. If the last digit is an even number, then those number can be divided by 2. So for example, if you have 42, so you will look this last digit or unit digit once tens. So this once digit, if suppose it is even number, then you can say it is divisible by 2. Yes, because you can say this number is divisible by 2 because in the unit position it has the even number. Suppose if you have 45, now by looking at this without dividing, can you tell me whether it is divisible by 2 or not? So you can directly say that in the unit position 5 is there, right? So 5 is a odd number. So 5 is an odd number, so 2 cannot divide this 45 altogether. Alright, so this is the way to check out whether 2 can divide any number. Suppose if you have 3, 9, 7, 8. Can you say this number can be divided by 2 or not? Yes, this number can be divided by 2 because in the unit position you have the even number, that is 8, which is divisible by 2. 2 4 is 8, right? So altogether this whole number, that is 3978, can be divided by 2. Okay, so over here the example is given, just check it out. So the number 3978 is divisible by 2 because in the unit position, that is in ones position, you have 8, which is an even number, so that's why it is divisible by 2. The number, if you have suppose 4975, the unit digit or the ones digit is a 5, which is not even number, it is an odd number, so 2 cannot divide this number. Okay, so now proceeding to the number, if your divisor is 3, and if you have to check out, suppose you have to check out whether that 3 can divide that number or given number or not. So just check it out the example. So you have to know one thing when you have to divide 3, when you have to divide any number by 3, whether they can divide or not, if the sum of the digit is divisible by 3. Okay, so here it is given 315. So they are saying that 315 is divisible by 3. So let's check it out. So what you have to do exactly is, you have to plus this 3 digit number. 3 plus 1 plus 5, it is 4, and 5 is 9. So this 9 is divisible by 3. So just check it out, 3 3s are 9. Yes. Okay, so this 315 is divisible by 3. This is just used to check whether any given number can be divided by 3 or not. So if suppose you have another example, suppose 46. Okay, 46 can be divided by 3 or not. Just you have to check by looking at this. So first of all you will add 4 plus 6, it is 10. So you will say whether this 10 is divisible by 3 or not. So it is not divisible, right? So 46 is not divisible by 3. If suppose you have another example, say 27. Alright, so first of all you will add 2 plus 7, the given number, the remaining number, the whatever the result you are going to get, 9, that will be divided by 3 or not. You have to check out. 3 3s are 9. So yes, 27 is divisible by 3. Yes, it is possible. So this is the way to check whether 3 can divide a given number or not. So proceeding to the number, if your divisor is 4, whether that given number is divisible by 4 or not. If the last two digits form a number divisible by 4, if the last two digits, suppose here it is given 12, the last two digits, ones and tens position, if suppose this number is divisible by 4, then it can be divisible by it, then that number is divisible by 4. But if you have suppose the two digit which is not divisible by 4, then those number cannot be divided by 4. Just check it out, this part. 4, say 6, okay, let's consider 4, 1, 2. Now you will consider only this two digit, that is ones and tens position. Just check it out, this 12 can be divided by 4 or not? Yes, it can be divisible. Yes, it can be divided by 4, that is the answer is 3. So your 412 is divisible by 4. Alright, so this is the way to check out whether the given number is divisible by 4 or not. So if suppose you have 4, 2, 3, you have to consider this two digit when you are checking whether this 4 is divisible or not. So now divide this 23 by 4 now. So just check it out whether it is divisible. 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20, 4 7s are 28. No, it is not possible. So this 423 is not divisible by 4. Alright, I hope you have understood this. So just go through this divisible rule properly. Alright, so till 4 we have completed. Let's proceed to number 5. If your divisor is number 5, if so, it says that if the last digit is 0 or 5. Just check it out in the example. If such example you have, if such number you have, only then it is divisible by 5. If suppose the last digit is not 0 or 5, the number is not divisible by 5. Alright, so let's check it out. The example 4, 2, 5. So the last digit you can see here is 5. So yes, you can say it is divisible by 5. If you have suppose say 4 to 0, then also it is divisible by 5. Why? Because we will consider two number in the last unit digit, whether it is 0 or whether it is 5. Okay, so if you have suppose 4 to 6, so it is neither 0, it is neither nor 6 nor 5, right? So this number is not divisible by 5. Okay, so this is the way to check out. Now if the number is divisible by 2 and 3, then only the number is divisible by 6. Okay, if the number is divisible by 2 or 3, say for 48, if when to check whether the given number is divisible by 6, you have to consider that if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, so if suppose you have 14, now this 14 is divided by 2, is divisible by 2, that is 2 7s are 14, but it is not divisible by 3, right? It cannot be, 14 cannot be divided by 3, so we have to say that it is not divisible by 6. It is not divisible by 6. So any number, if suppose it has to get divided by 6, then it has to get divided by 2 also as well as 3 also. Let's consider the example 48. So if you have to divide this number with 2, then it is 24. If suppose it has to get divided with 3, then it is, just check out, you can check it out like this also, 348, 3 1s are 3, 1, and yes, it is 3 16s, right? So it is 3 into 16. So you can say this 48 is divisible by 2 also as well as 3 also, right? So the 48 is divisible by 6. Yes, at that time you can say 48 is divisible by 6. But consider if you have 50, whether it is divisible by 2. Yes, 2 25s are 50, but 3 cannot divide 50, so it is not divisible by 6. Alright, so in order to get divided with 6, it has to be divided with 2 also, it has to get divided with 3 also, both with 2 and 3. Okay, so number 6 is over. Now proceeding directly to 9. If the sum of the digit is divisible by 9. If the sum of the digit is divisible by 9, so sum of the digit means similar to that of 3, we will consider the in case of 3, what we had to do is just given number you have to sum it. Suppose 36 is there, then you have to do 3 plus 6, it is 9, then it was divisible by 3. Similarly, in case of 9 also, what we have to do, the given number is we have to do the sum. Suppose 711, then you have to plus this number first, the given number. 7 plus 1 plus 8 is 9. So if this is divisible by 9, then yes, 711 is also divided by 9. But if suppose you have 713, if you have suppose 713, now plus this 7 plus 1 plus 3, and 7 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. Now is it divisible by 9? No, right? So that's why 713 is also not divisible by 9. Alright, so the last one we have is when you have the divisor 10, you have to check whether the given number is divisible by 10 or not. So to check that, what you have to remember is if the last digit is 0, like here, if the last digit is 0, then the given number is divisible by 10. Alright students, so if you have not understood in any part of the video, just rewind it and try to listen the explanation properly. Okay, in a deeper way I have given you the explanation. Example also I have given you more than 2 examples I have mentioned over here. Now using the concept of this, okay, using the idea of this, we are going to now solve self practice 6E. So let us start. Okay, so here we have the first question. The question is encircle the numbers that are divisible by the number given on the left. So these are the divisor here. You have to check whether this number is divisible by this 2 or not. Okay, so let's check it out. So in order to get divided with 2, what you had to remember, what you should do, what you should remember. So let me go back to that previous page. If the last digit is even, so remember that if the last digit of the given number is even, then the number is divisible by 2. Even number means which are divisible by 2, right? So just see, in case of 15, do you have the unit digit even number? No, 5 is not an even number, right? So 15 is not the number which is divisible by 2. So you can see in the 46 case that 6 is an even number. So we can encircle this because 6 being an even number, it is divisible by 2. Hence 46 is also divisible by 2. Now 38 also is possible because 8 over here, the being a unit place, is divisible by 2, which is an even number. So 38 is divisible by 2. Now 9 is not an even number, so 2 cannot divide 49. Even in case of 511, the condition is same. 1 in the ones position is not an even number, it is an odd number, so 2 cannot divide 511. Yes, 280 can be divided by 2 because 0 here in the ones place is an even number. Similarly 420, 0 is an even number, right? 855 cannot be divided because 5 in case of ones position here is not an even number, which is an odd number, so is not divisible by 2. Okay, so proceeding to the part B, we have to check whether the this right hand side number given numbers are divisible by 3 or not. Okay, so in order to get divided with 3, first of all what we have to do, the number should be added first, that is ones place and tens, whatever the number is given. Suppose 14 here, right? So what you have to do, 14, we have to plus this, that is 1 plus 4 is 5. Now you have to check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. Is it divisible? No. So that's why we will consider 14 is not divisible by 3. Similarly 3 9s is 27, so also we can say that 2 plus 7 is 9, So 3 3 is a 9, so 27 is divisible by 3. 72 case, just check it out. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9 by 3. Yes, 3 3 is 9, so that's why 72 is divisible by 3. Alright, so over here. Okay, so to check out the answer of number A, you just rewind your video. Okay, so we have the next part over here is 85. So just check it out. 8 plus 5 is 13. So 13 is not divisible by 3, right? So 85 is not divisible by 3. Similarly 66 here. 6 plus 6 is 12. So it is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12. Now 3 plus 2 plus 4. Now 3 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 2 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. So yes, 324 is divisible by 3. Alright, this one, and this one. So now next 102. 1 plus 0 plus 2 is 3. So yes, 3 is divisible by 3. So it is also divisible by 3. 906. 9 plus 6 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 9 plus 0 plus 6 is 15. So 15 is divisible by 3. So yes, 3 is able to divide 906. Okay, so now 2 is over, 3 is over. Now you have to check the given number in the right hand side is divisible by 6 or not. So in order to check whether 6 can divide this number or not, what you have to remember? You have to remember that if the number is divisible by 6, then it has to get divided both with 2 and 3. Alright, so 3 and 30. 30 can be divided by 2 because 2 15s are 30 and 3 10s are 30. So 6 is also able to divide 30. 21 is not divided by 2. Only it is divided by 3. So 21 is not the answer. So 414 is divided by 2. Just check it out. 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14. So yes, it is divided by 2. Now we have to check whether it is divided by 3 or not. 3 3s are 9, 3 8s are 24. Yes, so both number are able to divide. Both number was divided by 2 and 3. So this is also the answer, 54. Now you have to consider whether 54 can be divided by 2 and 3 or not. So you have to check 2 27 is 54. Okay, alright, so 2 is able to divide 54. Now you have to check whether 3 can divide or not. 3 1s are 3, it is 3 8s are, right? So yes, both number are able to divide 54. So we can say 6 can divide 54, or you can directly check 6 9s are 54, isn't it? So you have to check whether this 3 can divide 82 or not. 3 2s are 6, 1 3 4s are 12. So 3 24s are is 82. So even 2 can divide this. So 2 and 3. Now you know till now that 2 is able to divide any number when they have even number in the ones position, and for 3 you have to plus with the given number and divide with 3. Okay, plus the given number, sum it, add it, and check whether that number is divided by 3 or not. Okay, so this 4 number we have got till now that it is divisible by 6. So 804 is divisible by 6 or not, that you have to check by, first of all you will check with 2. 804, yes, it is divisible by 2 because in the even number you can say in the ones position it is even number. So 804 is divisible by 2. Now you have to check whether it can divide 3 or it can be divided by 3 or not. So to check that, what you need to do is you have to add it. What we have to add? The given number. Each digit we have to add. 8 plus 0 plus 4. So 8 plus 0 plus 4 is 12, right? So 12 is divisible by 3. So yes, 804 is also divisible by 6. So 915 here. So 915, you can directly see that in one's position it is 5. So it cannot be divided by 2. So 6 cannot divide 915. Similarly, 156 is divisible, but in the one's position you have 6, which is an even number. So it is divisible by 2. Now you have to check with 3. 156. So to check that, you may use the concept of the divisibility rule. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. So 12 is divisible by 3, right, which is 4. So 156 is divisible by 6. All right. So student, 3 more questions are left, D, E, F, which you have to check. Dividing by 5, dividing by 9, dividing by 10. So this divisibility rule concept, I have already explained you what you have to consider when, if any given number is getting divided by 5, 9 or 10. So you will check that rule properly. All right. So if you have any problem, you can ask me. So proceeding to the second question, here we have, state true or false. Only odd numbers are divisible by 3. Only odd numbers are divisible by 3. So what do you think? Is it true? Only odd numbers are divisible by 3. So what about 6 then? 6 is even number. So 6 is divisible by 3. So this given statement is false. Okay. I hope you have understood that. Okay. Proceeding to the part B. A number divisible by 2 is necessarily divisible by 6. It's not like that, because to get divided with 6 you have to consider 3 also, right? So this statement is also false. A number divisible by 2 is necessarily divisible by 6. So next question we have, 475 is not divisible by 6. Is not divisible by 6. So you have to check the rules, divisibility rule, that whether this number is not divisible by 6 or not. Okay, so this one you are going to try it yourself. Okay, part D, we have all numbers divisible by 3 are also divisible by 9. So your answer will be false, because a number divisible by 3 are not necessarily divisible by 9, because 3 can divide 12, 3 4s are 12, but 9 cannot divide, 12 cannot be divided by 9. Okay, the statement is false. So next question we have, only the numbers which have an odd numbers of 0 at end are divisible by 10. Is it so? No, I don't think so. So you'll just check out the divisibility rule to solve this. So this one you are going to try it yourself. Okay, so the last one left out here is number F. A number divisible by 5 is necessarily divisible by 10. So this statement is also false, because if we consider 25, 5 can divide 25, but 10 cannot divide 25. So the statement is false. Okay student, so the two questions, number E and number C, will be a assignment. Okay, the last question left out from the self-practice 6E, we have the multiple choice question. The number 444 is not divisible by which number is such that it cannot divide 444. So you will check out the divisibility rule, whether it is not divisible by 2 or not, whether it is divisible, whether it cannot be divided by 6, whether it cannot be divided by 3 or 9. So check out the divisibility rule once again. If you have any doubt, just clear it by listening the explanation done in the video. Alright, so this will be also your assignment. Okay, so try it yourself. If you have any doubt, as always, feel free to ask me. Alright, so this much for today student. So see you in the next class. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Do not forget to practice. All right, thank you everyone.